Welcome to my next video exploring these Alice Cooper remasters. Billion Dollar Babies 50th Anniversary Edition. Let's get into it, shall we? Welcome classic rock fans to an unboxing and review, and today we're looking at this fabulous album, the 50th anniversary of Billion Dollar Babies. I'm going to talk about the sound quality overall of this item, and then we're going to unbox or unwrap this, so do stick around for that. If you're a fan of reviews and unboxings of things prior to its official release date, please do make sure you click that bell so, in the words of Steven Tyler, you don't miss a thing. Many argue that Billion Dollar Babies is Alice Cooper's finest album. In fact, Robert Christgau said it's their most consistent album. It's certainly a very influential one, influencing people like Chris Cornell and John Lydon, and even David Byrne said that listening to this album inspired him to write Psycho Killer. This album is the 6th album that this band put out and went to number 1 on both sides of the Atlantic. This new edition includes outtakes such as, excuse me for referring to my notes, studio outtakes like Coal Black Model T, Son of Billion Dollar Babies, and of course single mixes of Hello Hooray, Billion Dollar Babies, Elected and Mary Ann. And of course Slick Black Limousine, which was actually issued at the time as a part of an NME Flexi disc, I believe. We get the live show on this, which is live from Texas 1973. Now there was a live show on the previous remaster of this album, which came out issued by Rhino in 2001, if I'm not mistaken. But I think that show was drawn from 2 different shows. If there is a collection of soundboard recordings from this tour, I'd love to see them all put out in a box set. Just a bit of a nudge to Alice and his people. This newly remastered version sounds absolutely fabulous, although we must understand that it is just a remaster, it's not a remix. Whoever has done it has done so sensitively, and somebody who cares about the music. They haven't just kind of amped up the volume. I prefer this to the remaster we got in 2001, to be honest with you. This is a remaster that's gone straight back to the original album and worked up from there. This is a release I've been looking forward to for a long time. Unfortunately I don't have an Alice Cooper t-shirt to wear, so I thought I'd wear this one, because I love the Dead. A lot of the songs on here sound punchier and much better. The bass seems more accentuated, doesn't sound so thin, I think, and Hello Hooray is a fine example of that. Even with the bass and drums that seem to be emphasised, the guitars sound brighter if that's possible. The drum and bass at the beginning of Billion Dollar Babies is absolutely fabulous. And I love Sick Things and I Love the Dead. That sound even more eerie, atmospheric and enveloping. Alice Cooper said of I Love the Dead, it was like he was writing a short Edgar Allan Poe story. In fact, he imagined how Vincent Price would narrate it or sing it. Apart from this extraordinarily good album, and great sounding album now, by the way, the live show is the highlight for me. It sounds absolutely wonderful. I love the segues. The segue straight from Hello Hooray into Billion Dollar Babies is absolutely exquisite. I mean, this band were a lot tighter, I think, a lot better than people gave them credit for. Interesting talking about the drums. I asked Dee Snider about Neil Smith's audition for Twisted Sister. That's a great interview. I'll put a card up there, you can go and check that out. And he goes straight into Elected. The band keep this momentum and power going straight into 18 as well. The best segue on this album, it's certainly worth the price of admission alone, is the way Sick Things merges into Dead Babies, which then in turn merges into the wonderful I Love the Dead. I love the start of Raped and Frozen, introduced by Alice, saying this is a dirty song, you're going to love it. Well, let's have a look at the vinyl. This is the 3 vinyl set. This will be released on March the 8th. Of course, there is a purchasing link just below this video for you to check this out. It's also available as a 2 CD version as well. This is a triple vinyl. So let's get the cellophane off it, shall we? And so here it is. It almost feels as if I'm holding up a sacred relic or something. It's a wonderful snakeskin sleeve. I don't know if you can see that, the way the light shines on it. There's the spine. I don't know if it'll focus on that, unfortunately, but it's a nice thick spine as well. It really feels like a quality item. And there's the rear. Again, nice snakeskin shimmer. It opens up like this. Isn't that fabulous? And the next side opens up as such. Wonderful stuff. And of course here is the $1 billion note. This is record 1, which is a reproduction of the original inner. And again, the lyrics there on the rear. And I'm hoping this is the, it's not a polyline sleeve unfortunately, but I'm hoping this is a reproduction of the old Warner Brothers label. And there you go, look at that. It's the other side. Wonderful. The second disc just comes in a black inner, again not polylined, which is disappointing because I don't think these paper sleeves do the vinyl any good whatsoever. Again, a nice reproduction of the Warner Brothers sleeve. And the third disc is ditto, just a black sleeve. And the vinyl, which I imagine is going to look the same. What you do get with this vinyl, which is certainly appreciated, is this lovely booklet, which is the $1 Billion Baby story. Which is, looks like it's all text, but text is good. No photographs there. In terms of the vinyl, the track listing, of course, the original album is remastered. Hello Hooray, Raped and Freezing Elected, $1 Billion Babies, Unfinished Sweet. Side 2 is No More Mr. Nice Guy, Generation Landslide, Sick Things, Marianne, and I Love the Dead. Side 3, live in Houston, Texas, April 28th, 1973. We get Hello Hooray, $1 Billion Babies Elected, I'm 18, Raped and Freezing, No More Mr. Nice Guy, My Stars, Unfinished Sweet, Sick Things, Dead Babies, and I Love the Dead. Side 5 is School's Out, Under My Wheels, which I imagine is a continuation from the concert. Outtakes, Coal Black Model T, Son of $1 Billion Babies, in parenthesis, Generation Landslide. Then we get side 6, which is single versions. We get Hello Hooray, $1 Billion Babies Elected, Marianne, Slick Black Limousine. And of course the Alice Cooper group at this one was Alice Cooper, Michael Bruce, Neil Smith, Glenn Buxton and Dennis Dunaway. So there we are, that's it all put back together. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Do you intend to buy this? Are you going to buy this version, which is very, very nice indeed? Or are you going to buy the CD version? I've got the CD version on pre-order. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, if you're a fan of reviews and unboxings of stuff prior to its official release, do make sure you click like, subscribe and check that notification bell. Check some of the links below this video for ways you can support the sterling work done at Classic Album Review. It's always much appreciated. Become a Patreon, why not? There's a fine body of work on there now. Other than that, I'll leave you with my closing salvo, which is, hope you're well, staying safe, and of course that you keep listening.